Have you ever seen the ocean bleed? Not in a movie, not in a nightmare, but for real, an entire stretch of turquoise sea suddenly turning a deep, swirling crimson. On that day, even the great white sharks stopped their solitary patrols to join a feast so massive it could be seen from space. This isn't a forgotten sailor's legend or a tall tale whispered in a portside bar. This is nature's most brutal, and perhaps most beautiful, battlefield. It's a moment so violent, so primal, that when the first footage emerged, scientists and documentarians thought it had to be fake. It seemed too perfectly choreographed, too impossibly grand. So, what really happened the day the ocean turned red? Let's dive in. Our story begins not with a roar, but with a whisper, off the wild coast of South Africa. Here, the morning sun hits the waves like shattered glass, scattering diamonds of light across a seemingly endless blue canvas. The air is salty and crisp, filled with the lonely cries of gulls and the rhythmic sigh of the surf against the cliffs. It's a picture of perfect, untouchable peace. But below the surface, the ocean is holding its breath. Millions upon millions of sardines, shimmering like a river of liquid silver, are moving as one. They are a single, colossal organism, a bait ball so vast it stretches for miles, following the cold currents on an ancient migratory path. They are completely unaware that they've just rung the dinner bell for the biggest, most spectacular hunt on Earth. Their journey is a gamble, a desperate pilgrimage to cooler waters where they will spawn. But to the predators of this coast, their arrival is a signal, a declaration of a feast. Above the shimmering mass, common dolphins are already whispering. Their high-frequency clicks and whistles ripple through the water, a complex language of strategy and excitement. They are not just hunting, they are calling reinforcements, assembling an army from across the ocean. The calm is a deception. The ocean is about to erupt. The first to answer the call are the dolphins, nature's master strategists. They arrive in superpods, hundreds strong, their sleek bodies cutting through the water with effortless grace. They aren't here for a chaotic frenzy. They are here to orchestrate. Working in teams, they begin herding the sardines, corralling them from below, forcing the immense shoal up towards the surface. Their clicks become more frantic, a drumbeat of impending doom, as they sculpt the silver river into a tight, panicked sphere, a bait ball. They are setting the table. Then come the sharks. Bronze whalers, blacktips, and even the occasional great white are drawn by the scent of panic in the water. Unlike the dolphins' coordinated attack, the sharks are agents of chaos. They slice through the edges of the bait ball, their movements jerky and explosive. They are the frontline shock troops, turning the water into a storm of flashing teeth and silver scales. The organized hunt now has an element of brutal, unpredictable violence, but the true titans are yet to arrive. From the deep, a shadow emerges, a living mountain rising from the abyss. A bride's whale, colossal and ancient, was not summoned by the dolphin's calls, but by the sheer vibration of a billion panicked heartbeats. It doesn't come to nibble at the edges. It comes to swallow the sea itself. The whale surges upward, its immense mouth agape, engulfing thousands, tens of thousands of sardines in a single, silent gulp. And the attack isn't just from below. The sky darkens as a storm of wings gathers overhead. Cape gannets, thousands of them, circle like vultures, their sharp eyes locked on the boiling surface below. Then, they dive. Folding their wings back, they transform into white, feathered missiles, hitting the water at speeds of up to 100 kilometers per hour. The sound is like a volley of gunshots as they pierce the surface, each bird snatching a fish before rocketing back into the air. Dolphins chase, sharks slice, whales crash upward, and gannets rain down from the heavens. It's not just a hunt, it's a war dance, a brutal choreography perfected over millions of years. This is the moment the world changes color. At the peak of the battle, the sea foams and the surface churns with a desperate, silver energy. And then, slowly, the blue begins to blush. First, it's just a hint, a pale pink stain swirling at the edges of the chaos. But as the predators strike again and again, the color deepens, spreading like ink in water. The turquoise sea becomes a canvas of swirling crimson and rose. From a drone's perspective, high above, it looks like a piece of abstract art, vibrant red and silver ribbons painted by the invisible hand of instinct. It's hauntingly beautiful, a vortex of life and death. But from a diver's view below, it is a blizzard of silent panic. The water is thick with scales that catch the light like falling snow. The only sounds are the muffled thuds of gannets hitting the water and the eerie, high-pitched whistles of the dolphins directing the slaughter. A whale opens its cavernous mouth, and a curtain of 4,000 sardines simply vanishes into the darkness. The ocean, once a symbol of calm and tranquility, now mirrors the raw color of a battlefield. The science behind the Red Sea is as fascinating as it is grim. The crimson hue is a cocktail of blood from countless wounds, shimmering fish oil released from the sardines, and the frantic churning that kicks up microscopic red pigmented plankton from the depths. It is the literal color of a food chain in violent, explosive action. Beauty and horror exist in the very same frame, a testament to nature's unsentimental, breathtaking power. Then, as suddenly as it began, it's over. The feeding frenzy, which felt like an eternity of violence, lasts only a few intense hours. When the last of the bait ball is gone, an eerie calm descends upon the water. The predators, their bellies full, disperse as quickly as they came. The sharks melt back into the shadows, the dolphins glide away into the deep, and the gannets return to their cliffside roosts. The ocean takes a deep, slow breath again. The waves, now tinged a soft pink, gently carry what's left a glittering film of scales, a few drifting bones, and an overwhelming profound silence. The battlefield is quiet. Some predators bear the marks of the fight. A dolphin with a fresh scar from a shark's errant bite, a gannet nursing an injured wing from a high-speed dive. But even in this aftermath, the cycle continues. Scavengers arrive to clean the remnants, and the nutrients released into the water will feed the very plankton that will one day feed a new generation of sardines. It's brutal, yes, but it is also perfect balance. In the unforgiving logic of nature, even death is an act of creation, a way to feed life. We often think of peace as silence, as stillness, as the absence of struggle. But in the wild heart of nature, peace is rhythm. It is the endless, pulsing cycle of hunger, struggle, and rebirth. It's the raw, unfiltered energy that drives a sardine to swim and a shark to hunt. The ocean turned red that day, yes, but it wasn't the color of anger or hate. It was the color of vitality, of energy being transferred from one life form to another on a scale almost too vast to comprehend. It was life, painting in its truest, most honest color.